Warning! The following video contains massive spoilers for Game of Thrones. If you do not want to hear spoilers, please stop watching and leave a like on your way out, or else I'll send you spoilers in the mail. This video features myself and my friend who also likes Game of Thrones nerding out about the show for 40 minutes. I'm sorry if we got any facts wrong, as we are fans, but not the biggest fans, and I'm sorry one of us was breathing very heavily throughout the video. I think it was my friend. He might have asthma. Thanks for watching. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the finale of my Pop Culture March Madness series for the month of March. I have a very exciting one today. Obviously, spoiler alert, which I probably put a card saying spoiler alert at the start of this video, so you should already know that. But today we are doing Game of Thrones March Madness, and by we, I mean myself and my friend, the Deluxe 4. How you doing, buddy?
Dude, I'm great. I'm just mad that I didn't get like a great intro like Sidearms did with Game of Thrones enthusiast that really spends his days just thinking about this stuff. That's true.
I will edit in a good intro for you or something.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
I probably won't. But you can see my screen right now, right? Did we check on that? Okay.
Great, by the way. This is great.
Yeah, so I'm going to go over some ground rules. What we're doing today is we're figuring out the best Game of Thrones character. I guess who we want to see on the Iron Throne, but if we were really doing that, then my answer would be Ghost, Jon Snow's dog. And I don't know if animals are allowed to be on the Iron Throne. So ground rules. To be a part of this tournament, you have to be a character that at the start of the final season is going to be alive. Your boy Peter Baelish just missed the cut.
He wasn't going to make it. Jon Snow is dead, by the way.
Okay.
Night King is dead. The Mountain is dead inside. Our boy...
So am I. Listening to My Chemical Romance daily.
Grey Worm don't have a dick, so I mean, I don't know what
okay. There's more than one character on here that doesn't have a dick. I mean, Yara, Theon, most of the Greyjoys, all the Greyjoys on this list. Well, Euron probably does. Okay, yeah. So that's the ground rules. How I seeded, like seeding 1 through 16. I went by. I'll link this in the source. I'll link this source below. The screen time of each character in terms of minutes. So that's how they're seeded. One seeds Daenerys and Jon Snow. They have the most screen time out of anyone in the show. However,
I don't think that's true, by the way.
I'm gonna say I cheated on some stuff. I bumped Euron up and the Night King up because Euron had surprisingly low screen time for how important he is as a character now, but he's a relatively new character. I placed Daenerys above Tyrion for seeding reasons. I mean, Tyrion's a 2 seed, but I mean, Daenerys is currently one of the most important characters.
I think he actually is a 1 seed. I think Tyrion has the most screen time out of everybody.
He and Jon Snow are very, very close. I think Jon Snow might have like a minute or two more, but I linked it below, so you can look at it for yourself. And I removed, so out of characters that are alive or presumed alive, I removed Dario, Daenerys' booty call that's currently in Mira still, I believe.
Yeah, who cares about that?
Who cares?
They're not even going to bring him back.
Yeah, and I also removed Ilaria Sand because she's in a dungeon, and I don't think we're going to see her again, and most people hate those characters anyway. And Mira Reed, the girl that dragged Bran around the fucking north of the wall, and she's like, can I get a thank you? And he's like, nah, I'm good. Nah, thanks for dragging me, though. So that's who we have. We have these characters. I'm going to try to go a little bit quickly through the first round and then get a little deeper as we go along. Are you ready, good sir?
I'm ready. So it's going to be you and I debating on what we think. By the way, one thing...
Flex.
You just did it. So I was going to say, one thing I'm disappointed that you didn't put the freaking Iron Throne in the middle. How is that not a thing,
it doesn't look... it didn't look so good with this. Then it's like, why is there a bale of hay in the middle? But I guess you could have figured it out.
You have the Iron Throne back there.
Well, we got the Iron Throne. That's where the champion's going.
Guess how many swords are actually on this?
1776.
No, close to 300, but go ahead.
Okay, that's way too many. Okay, we'll start at the top. Jon Snow versus Hot Pie. The best pie baker in the entire realm versus the at this current time, I guess rightful heir to the Iron Throne because Aegon Targaryen, aka Jon Snow. I don't know if Hot Pie has a case here. But if there is one,
let me talk about him for a second. So
real quickly,
there's not really a case for him, but I think he's a dark horse in the whole scheme of things, and I think he's going to play an important role at some point in season 8. And he's going to do something like he's going to stab somebody that's really important at the right time. He's going to save Arya or something. So I'm going to give him credit where credit's due, but I think it's an easy sweep here for Jon Snow.
Yeah, easy for Jon. So fun fact, and by the way, I do hope we see Hot Pie again. Fun fact: the real life actor of Hot Pie has a bakery that is in England somewhere called You Know Nothing John Doe. Yes. Yeah, you also are a Redditor. Yes. All right. Competitive matchup here. The Hound versus Braun of the Blackwater. The two characters that say the word cunt the most, I believe, on the show. I don't know if there's a list of that, but they both say it, well, either that or cock, every other word. They talk about genitals in a very vulgar fashion often. This is a tough one for me. This might be the toughest 8-9, yeah.
I think this is one of the two characters that I think get killed off really quickly in this start of season 8. I think the Hound goes against the Mountain, his brother, in a battle, and one of them... Yeah, I think one of them died there. And then Braun, I think he plays the I'm cold-hearted, I'm only doing it for myself, I only want a castle, and he's Tyrion's kind of buddy and also Jamie Lannister as well.
Jamie's
but I'm going to go with the Hound. He just has so much more to offer to the series with helping out Arya to having a big old battle with their girl Brienne. I think he's got to have the thing here. And Braun kind of like disappeared for a little bit and kind of doesn't play. He's just like a sidekick. I'd say Hound is the main character.
I want to disagree with you. I was wondering if you're going to say Braun, but I am in total agreement in this. The Hound is on the Hound Redemption Tour, and yeah, he had an interesting plot era. He makes me laugh the most. He has some of the funniest lines on the entire show, so the Hound, easy one there. Samwell Tarly versus Grey Worm, one of the, I think there's 3 eunuchs on this bracket, so one of the penisless characters, not not his choice. But do we have any interesting insights here?
So I will say this: Braun is one of the most loved people on this, but these two are also super loved in the series. I think Samuel Tarly is a great 5 seed because he is about to tear episode 1 of season 8 open with the news of Jon Snow and Daenerys, and I guess I won't ruin that for you, but if you're this far, you probably already know. Anyways, but I'm gonna say Samuel Tarly has so many things going for him. Like he's one of the only ones that killed a Night Walker.
He killed a 10.
Yeah, he did, and he's the one saving Gilly. He's got a kid on the way. He's got an actual sword that works worth a damn.
Well, he has one of the few Valyrian steel swords left.
So I'm going to say Grey Worm is great, and I love him to death, but he's just a sidekick here. I think Samuel Tarly's, he might be the guy on the throne at the end.
Underrated. No, and I don't think that's a joke either, by the way. I think that he's him and Tyrion, 2 very intelligent characters. Night King versus Yara, who is probably alive, but just in some rough shape.
I'm going to let you speak on this one first.
Okay, I mean... I think you have to go with Night King just because of the power. Not a man of many words. But I'm interested, I suppose, in how the Greyjoy plotline wraps up. It kind of feels like maybe even a tertiary plotline, not even a primary, or obviously not primary, but not even a secondary, about what's going on with the Greyjoys and how that's going to wrap up with things here. I hope Yara ends up on the Greyjoy, what is the Iron Island throne. But I mean, Night King is pretty important for the rest of the series. Now I guess him and Cersei, the 2 main villains left in the show.
For sure. I think Yara is definitely something's going to happen with her. I think she kills Euron, or something happens with her, but I don't think she plays a huge part in it. I think you got to go Night King.
Yeah, I never realized his name sounded so much like Euron. So that's one of the favorites of people who like that type of videos. Sansa versus Edison Tullett, I believe is his last name. The current what do you call the leaders of the night? What do you call the leader of the Night's Watch? Yeah, but
it's Lord Commander.
Yeah, the current Lord Commander of the Night Watch. Has a hairline similar to mine. And can I do a brief? What are your opinions on Sansa? I feel like not a loved character.
I think that when you first open up the series, you look at Sansa and you're like, "Oh, this bitch."
She's a bratty teenager.
Bratty teenager, and she basically lets her father get killed. And then you've become like cold-hearted towards her, but then you start to see that she's actually she got told to write the letter,
Mm-hmm.
and then she got bullied around by the Lannisters, and then Littlefinger did all that crap with her, and then she gets thrown to Ramsay, and it's just a big old ball of bull crap that she had to go through.
Yeah.
And so you feel bad for her, and she's actually one of my favorite characters of all time right now.
Thank
I'm
you.
a huge Stark fan. I'm a huge Stark fan.
When I see people hate on her, when I see people hate, it's like she went through. So I mean, she was a child at first, and then she's had her and Theon have just been torn down as characters. That, I mean, and one more deservedly so than the other, in my opinion. Can we go Sansa here? No upsets.
Oh, if this was an upset, I would. I don't even really remember Edison all of that much.
I mean, Jon Snow's sidekick, kind of like Samwell. He
know
fought
he
it
is,
hard.
but at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time, I couldn't tell you one quote he said.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know any good quotes. Speaking of funny quotes, we have our boy Bran, who, as the current three-eyed raven, it is very funny to me. And when he tries to communicate with people and say weird, creepy things about their life that he observes in the future and the past. And I believe this is Missandei, I believe how we say that. Yeah,
perfect. Good job.
Missandei, yes. She's not the hand of the queen, but she's like her main girl, the Daenerys' main girl.
Yeah.
She has some of the best nudity in the show. I think goes without saying. And then on the other side of the bracket, the red woman when she takes off her necklace is what I'm into. But do you have any thoughts here? Clearly,
again,
one more important to the plot than the other.
Yeah, that is not only the thing that I got here, but they left Bran out on all of season 5, and I'm not happy about that. Like, he literally wasn't in one episode of season 5.
I didn't remember that.
And so that was the senior year of high school. So he did all that during that year, which was great. But I'm a huge Stark fan, so I'm going with Bran.
Yeah. All the Starks that are alive. I mean, he's got this sister's ponytail over his face, but yeah, that's a powerful trio. When Jon Snow is gone, Bran, Sansa, and Arya, and then Jon Snow's gonna be back. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it will be a good matchup. Theon versus Tormund. Another lacking penis, but yes, please.
I'm going Tormund on this one. I'm going to upsets because I think he's one of the most likable, and I really seriously want him to hook up Brienne.
I want him to hook. Yeah, they'll have monster children, as he says. I hope he's still alive because he's one of the characters. I mean, well, I think he was in the trailer, so I don't think his life isn't out. But after you watch the last episode of the series before the trailer premiered, he was on the wall when the Night King's brand new dragon, that new hotness, was burning it down with blue fire. So hopefully he's all good.
Everybody wants Bran to end up with Jaime, but I'm on the Tormund.
No, I think Jaime's got to die. So I just because of redemption, or I don't know. Tyrion versus Qyburn. I think it's
Tyrion.
Pretty easy. Yeah. The mad chemist Qyburn, who I cut this picture out of his head, the one where he's looking at the White Walker's hand. Interesting scene there. All right, other side of the bracket, Daenerys versus Lyanna Mormont.
Listen, man.
If I had my druthers,
this is the best 16 seed I've ever seen in my life.
Lyanna Mormont has some of the best monologues of the show. Only, I believe, 6 total minutes of screen time, or something very low.
She's so great, though. When she's when she's talking to Jon Snow and all that about he should be the king of the North,
or the other, Bear Island answered the call, baby. Bear Island answered the call. She's talking to the other northern leaders, like, you old men, you stupid old men. She's
great, and if you had her anywhere else on here besides, the Mother of Dragons, then I would definitely upscale this. But I'm going Daenerys.
Importance, and it has the dragons. I feel bad that I did that. I feel like that's one of the first things you can give me legitimate hate for in the comments.
You literally could put it up against anybody almost, and I would have said, that's her.
Her and Hot Pie need to be the king and queen of Westeros when this is all done. I don't care if the Night King kills everyone else besides the Ghost. Lord Varys, the Spider, versus Melisandre, the Red Witch. And I believe, yes?
Go ahead. Lord Varys is the trendsetter here with the no penis policy.
First one to not have a penis, yes. First one. Yes, first one. Yeah, the OG eunuch. And I believe these two, the last time these two were on screen, they were talking to each other, or shortly thereafter, that maybe one of them was on screen. But that was when Lord Varys was like, hey, why don't you want to go talk to Jon Snow? Thought you guys were buddies. And Melisandre was like, he's kind of mad at me right now. I don't want to. And Lord Varys is like, how about you get the fuck out of here then? So some tension between these two.
think she's going to have a cool role. I think she's going to come up clutch here in season 8. And Lord Varys is actually one of my favorites at first, and I couldn't figure out his role at the very beginning.
Yeah, is he
really
good? Is he
confused me,
bad?
Yeah. And I thought he was really going to fuck up something. He didn't, but I'm going to have to go with Melisandre because she is so hot. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, when she takes off the necklace.
Oh,
and,
God.
Oh,
Stop.
God. See that wrinkly body.
Oh, yeah, that's the best.
Okay, I want to do Lord Varys. I'll go Melisandre as well because she is low-key super important as the only character alive who is able to revive people besides the Night King, and the Night King ain't reviving you in a positive light. Because Barracks, I can't remember the name of Barracks' boy, but he dead now. So
He did.
yeah, Jorah versus Gendry. Is it Gendry or Gendry? I think Gendry.
I say Gendry,
There's a mosquito
but
in front
it
of me.
could be Gendry.
Yeah, okay. So the last surviving son of Robert Baratheon, bastard son of Robert Baratheon, versus Jorah Mormont. Lyanna is that uncle, I think? Something. Yeah, uncle. Or maybe, I don't know.
Who do you think his mom is? Who's his mom?
Gendry's?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like some... Didn't Robert Baratheon say a line about like a whore with a fat ass or something? I think that might have been. He was speaking. I don't know if he was speaking about Gendry's mom or what that was.
You know who I think it is? Low-key? Cersei. I think Cersei didn't want a son with Robert, and she sent him off. And so in the early seasons, Cersei comes in and says to Lady Stark, she goes, "Yeah, I lost my first child." And when she says that, I'm like, bitch,
did you?
Motherfucker?
There is some stuff to still be... I didn't even think about that. Yeah, there's some stuff to maybe still be learned about Gendry besides his... most of all, I'd like to know his 40 time because he cleared the north back to the wall so quickly. That's everyone comments about that on Reddit. Like, damn, he ran back to the wall like in 40 minutes maybe from the very north, or at least mostly north of the wall.
Jorah kind of pisses me off. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I want to go Gendry here because...
yeah.
He's covered by Melisandre's. Maybe I'll fix that in the Photoshop. But yeah, Jorah, friends with benefits, or no, not friends with benefits. Friend zone.
Yeah, he got friend zone hard. I do like him as a character.
Please don't go on the boat. Don't go on the boat, Daenerys, and have sex with your uncle or your nephew. I think.
Yeah, nephew.
Yeah, and hey, nephew. All right. Yeah.
And plus, I would have helped. He would have died from grayscale or whatever he had.
Yeah, Samwell helped with that. Actual matchup in the show, by the way, Jaime versus Euron.
I think Euron. I don't like his character so like one-sided. He doesn't have a heart whatsoever. I've come to love Jaime, and he's got one hand. I think the one hand comes into play. I don't think Euron really knows that he has one hand. I think he catches the sword with his thumb and his index finger, and then he stabs him with his other. So I'm going Jaime on this.
Yeah, I think you got to go Jaime because of importance, and his character arc is one of the most interesting in the show. Although I will say one of my favorite scenes in the show is when Euron attacks Yara's ship and her fleet with his boat, which it has some interesting name like the Whisperer or something, because he cuts out the tongues of all of the crewmates on the ship, and then I guess you can watch that scene back on YouTube, and as he's taking over Yara's ship, he's cutting out the tongues of the people on Yara's ship, or his employees are. Yeah, probably not chosen employees. So that's one of my favorite scenes in the entire show, when that like head of that ship comes down and attacks Yara's ship.
Badass, and he's going to do something with Cersei. I don't know what's up with that, but something's going to happen there.
Yeah, because Jaime's gone. Arya versus Beric, known as Flaming Sword Dude. And also has come back from the dead before, multiple times. I believe he's on like an 8 count now. So suck it, Jon Snow.
I mean, of course, Stark-wise, Arya is one of my favorites of all time. Beric actually didn't help Arya out at all. He lost a fight against the Hound for killing the Butcher's boy. He was supposed to help her in the cave, and he ended up dying, and they had to bring him back.
Yes.
So, through Beric, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's got a cool sword, though. Brienne versus Gilly. I have a hard favorite here. But Brienne, dude, that's my tall girl.
Okay, listen. Okay. Here, listen, Linda. Okay, I love Brienne, and Brienne's going to win this. But Gilly, IRL, kind of low-key cute.
She's cute. Yeah.
All right.
And she gave Samwell that information about the Targaryen annulled wedding, and Samwell passed it off to Bran as his own information. Like, actually, Bran, here's what happened. But yeah, I got it from Gilly.
Yeah, Gilly's a good side piece, but I hope she dies. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
what her or Samwell, one of them has to remain alive to have the father of the child.
Stay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's go, Brienne here. Sir Davos versus Podrick, Pod the Rod, they call him, for the length of his penis. I really like Sir Davos. Has some of the funniest lines on the show.
He's one of the best characters of all time.
Okay, yeah. Do we not? That's it. I mean, I feel bad.
Podrick's just he's
the
just
Rod.
a little bitch boy. Yeah.
I feel I could see Pod. Pod has to do something like life saving, right? Because he's been training basically the entire
he's
show.
Gonna say Brienne. He's gonna say Brienne is some form of perfection.
Yeah,
because they go way back.
Yeah, sacrifice. Cersei versus the Mountain.
Ooh, the Mountain to me is doesn't really hold a candle, but I'm gonna go Cersei for sure.
Yeah, Cersei, very important character. Some really memorable lines. You remember some of the Mountain's best lines as and some of the good ones. He doesn't even do those anymore. Exactly. I think you got to go Cersei there. And we are on to round 2. Jon versus the Hound. Next round, Jon versus the Hound.
I want Jon to sit on the Iron Throne at the end, be honest. So I'm going to go Jon, but you go with what you feel.
I'm going to go Jon too. The Hound's great comedy, great lines, great killer. Love to see him beat the Mountain if possible. But yeah, I think you got to go Jon there. Samwell versus the Night King.
Go ahead first.
The great evil versus the one who could maybe take down the great evil with his brain. I mean, this is tough to me. I think you gotta go Night King, even though he doesn't talk a lot, just because of the intrigue around the character. I like characters where we still have something to learn about them. I feel like Samwell is pretty well established as a character at this point. I like when you brought up for the Gendry thing, we still have some stuff to learn. We still have some stuff to learn about what's up with Bran. Getting through those tough teenage Three-Eyed Raven years. So. I didn't even look at this one, but as going to be difficult, but it is difficult to me. I don't know if you had any thoughts.
Yeah, let's go Night King. I was going to try to do this upset with Samwell, but now you've convinced me. I think Night King all the way. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just because of the what do we have to learn? The Stark Bowl, Sansa versus Bran. I almost said Arya, but it's Bran.
I think we need to get rid of Bran. He knows too much. But also Sansa fucked up at the beginning, and Bran's really never done anything. He could have spoiled this whole thing if he just opened his mouth at the beginning.
Bran started the War of the Five Kings.
Yeah, he really did. I'm gonna go Bran. I'm gonna go Bran with the upset.
We have to. Yeah, I've defended Sansa enough. I'm not gonna take her another round. Comments. Bran is the Three-Eyed Raven.
Super hot, by the way. She's super hot.
She's super hot. And she's the Lady of Winterfell. But Bran is he says just cool stuff. It's like, oh, what's that, Lord Baelish? Chaos is a ladder? Damn, you're a snake, and I know it. All right. Yeah. Very tough one here. Tormund versus Tyrion. You could swing me away, because I feel like I could go. Oh, I hate that this is a matchup. I should have moved Tormund to the other side.
We love Tormund at the end of the day, but you have to go Tyrion. Because he's such he's a lovable character too. You gotta love that he killed his mom and his dad, and that he's pissed off in Cersei, and they got to see each other at the very end of season 7, and he's just like, go fuck yourself. So I love.
He's like, kill me, you won't.
Yeah,
dude. Cersei got bitched. Cersei got bitched out in that was that I think the same episode where Tyrion's like, kill me, and then she's like, and Jaime's like, kill me, and she's like, dude, Cersei's looking hella weak right now, so it'll be interesting to see what she has going on. Yeah, she's pregnant. Yeah, this is all that matters in my stomach. Other side.
Baby's gonna die, by the way. No one ever said that the baby's ever gonna be born. I'm just saying. No one has ever said, oh, we all know that baby's gonna be born. That baby's not getting born. There's a lot of pregnant people. Ever.
Feels like there's a lot of pregnancy. Yeah. Daenerys versus Melisandre.
Ooh, the hotties on screen.
The hotties on screen, yes.
I gotta go Danny D.
Yeah, Danny D. Yeah, Lady of Dragons. I totally agree with you there. Although, like we said. The Unburnt, has like 15 titles. You're still Breaker of Chains, Unburnt. So okay. Gendry versus Jaime.
Ooh, see, I think Gendry lasts longer in the show. I think he.
I would not be shocked.
Will. I think Jamie and Cersei die together in some
I
form
think
or
there's
fashion.
I think there's betting odds on who's dead and who's going to die this season. And I think Jamie's. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to die, but I think Jamie has extremely high odds. Just
Let's go with the upset with Gendry, dude. 12 seed moving on.
I'm not even mad at it, honestly, because again, intrigue of characters. I want to know more. Love Jamie. Love his character arc. Doesn't get enough. I mean, if people in the comments really want to, yeah, if you really want to love him in the comments, guys, has a lot of incest going on. But Joel, you love Jon Snow, okay? But sometimes violent incest. Kind of over the line, Jamie.
What do you mean
and
incest Jon Snow? I mean,
he tried to kill a child in the first episode. Yeah, Jon Snow didn't know, guys. Okay, so chill out. Arya versus Brienne. Probably the smallest character. Oh wait, Tyrion versus one of the tallest characters.
Right.
Interesting in this sense.
Arya's my girl, so you're not gonna get me to get off of that one. But you can give me a thing for Brienne. Go ahead. I don't know if I can. It's either Jon Snow or Arya at the end as the final.
One of my favorite scenes is when Arya kills Walder Frey, where she's like,
the best.
Yeah, oh, what's wrong with the pie? Is there teeth in there?
This girl has never done anything bad. She had to watch her dad die. She had to go off and she did her own thing. I mean, she's done it all. Yeah. She has saved
She's been blind. She's now blind. Yeah,
right? She came back and didn't kill Sansa, but she could have.
I can't. I can't do that. Great. She's cool. Davos versus Cersei.
Cersei, wouldn't you like to see her go down to a Stark? That's my thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I would too. I do like Sir Davos, and I think he's one of my top 5 favorite characters on Game of Thrones. But
agree.
Cersei, I want to see her go down to a Stark. I'll be honest.
Do you want to see her go down to a Davos?
I mean, I like Davos, so I'm not mad at it either way. But what would you think if our boy up there, Gendry, got to go against his mom Cersei in the Final Four? Wow, that would be.
We match up. We match up peeking. We match up peeking.
No.
Oh yeah, you're calling him his mom. All right. What do you? Man, can we go Davos?
Let's go Davos.
I mean, I like Cersei has some amazing lines on the show. Like, I choose violence.
Oh yeah, she's a bitch. And she
got
loves
real
that wine.
naked, even though it was a body double because she was pregnant in real life or something.
She likes wine more than you. And that's
my God, always drinking it. Her and Tyrion, yeah, her and Tyrion, brother and sister in that. All right, next round: Jon Snow versus the Night King. Thoughts, comments, concerns?
I think Jon Snow doesn't know anything. You know, you know nothing, Jon Snow.
That's true.
I love me some Jon Snow. I think he's too loyal, like his fake dad, Eddard Stark, and so I'm gonna say Night King.
Oh my God! You know nothing. You know, John. Hey, John, why you trying to go trap a White Walker, man? That's really stupid. You got like a bunch of people. You got a dragon killed. That's gonna be a problem. And Cersei knows that you got a dragon killed. Or she has a sneaky suspicion. Man. I want to disagree with you because I like Jon so much, and he's, I guess,
I do too.
Him,
I like
him
Jon.
And Gendry,
I don't like Targaryens, so I know he's a Targaryen now. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I like Starks, yeah, so I can't go for him, Joel. I'll go Night King. Night King's pretty badass. You don't have to. I like disagreeing, but yeah, you convince me. I mean, Jon Snow has some character flaws, guys. I don't think he'll end up on the Iron Throne. I'd be shocked. Honestly,
I want him to, but I don't think he will.
He doesn't want to either. So maybe that'll be the reason he does, like George Washington. I don't know. Bran, too loyal. Bran versus Tyrion, and Tyrion, who is he'll loyal, but he's like, why don't you lie a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Why don't you say you'll bow to Cersei? Okay, you idiot, John.
I think Tyrion is just a pawn in all this game at the end. I think Cersei ends up killing him, or he ends up killing both of his siblings and dies too. I think there's not going to be any of the Lannisters left. So I'm going Bran, man. I'm going because you know what? No, I'm not going to ruin it. Go ahead. I'm going Bran. That's what I'm going with. You can go with who you want to, but I'm going Bran.
I would be really surprised if Tyrion died, honestly.
He was the first person cast. He's the protagonist in this whole thing, but that is what Game of Thrones wants you to know, because they're gonna fucking kill him. Because that's what Game of Thrones does. That's what Game of Thrones does.
Yeah, I haven't
heard about his shoots going very long. I've heard all the girls had all their shoots going.
Well, can we come back to this one? Can we go the other side? Okay, yeah. I want Daenerys versus Gendry. whose head is way smaller. I don't know why.
Okay, so his mom's already dead, so he's got nothing left. His dad's dead, his mom's dead. I'm gonna say Danny, dude. I mean, how can you mess up someone with 2 dragons left?
Yeah,
right?
I'll go Danny D. She's had kind of a Duke run to the Final Four because she doesn't have any major competition. But
No,
I agree. I mean, Gendry, interested in learning about him, but she's the mother of dragons. I get it. Arya versus Sir Davos.
Okay, they like each other and whatnot, but hey, Arya ain't no bitch. Okay, she's a Stark. Like, she is the alpha female in this whole thing.
When my wife and I were looking at baby girl names, do you know what name in the last 8 years has risen into like the top 25 of girl names in the United States? Arya.
It's number 2. It's number 2.
Yeah, and it's like it rose from like the top 1,000 because who had that name in their Rolodex of names they were picking out?
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it, dude.
I know multiple people would name their animals Arya. I'm just saying.
I love Sir Davos, but I'm not mad at it. And Bran versus Tyrion. Bran might be the Night King. That's one of the favorite fan theories.
And that's why I like this matchup.
Might be him versus him.
That's why I like this matchup.
You want Bran, dude? I'll give you
Bran versus Bran.
I'll give you Bran versus Bran if you want it, man. The 3-eyed Raven.
I want 3. Hey, that's another thing. He's such a big character. He's a 3-eyed Raven. He's going to be able to see the future.
He's probably the most important
Him
character.
and the Night King are going to talk to each other or communicate because
they
can
already
see
do.
the future. I know. That's what I'm saying. He already got burnt and everything.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You did it. Final 4. Night King versus Bran. And
we
Daenerys.
got the. Look at this. Look at this matchup. The 4 versus the motherfreaking 7.
Oh wait, I might have.
1.
Oh wait, I did this correctly. Yeah. The 4. What is it?
3.
It's a 4 versus a 7 and a 1 and a 3. Yeah, so not totally chalky. All right.
No.
Night King versus Bran. Him versus. Actually, no. Let's not do that one first. Let's do Daenerys versus Arya.
All right, let's do that one. Give me. You pick a side, and I'll pick the other one, and then we'll debate. How about that?
Okay. I'll debate Daenerys, I suppose. Most powerful non-magic character living, theoretically, because she has...
Magic. She can't be burnt. Hello? Go ahead.
Okay. Well, that's a weird... apparently, that's a Targaryen trait. I'd like to put Jon Snow under a fire and see what happens. But, yeah, it's just, weird. Some people have a weird gene in their bloodline, like they can't be burnt by fire. And, most powerful non-magic character alive, kind of, makes some rough decisions with the dragons, plays hyper offense, I would say. Maybe we needed to defend a little more defensive minded would help. Her hand of the king maybe could get in her ear a little bit more. Why don't you give me Arya?
Arya is literally the person from the beginning that has grown the most. She has started off as this little girl that was flicking food across the table. Turns out to be this young woman that everyone's afraid of now. Like, Brienne can't take her down. They've been smashing swords in the courtyard. Sansa's scared to death, doesn't want her to turn her back on it. When she meets Jon Snow again, Jon Snow's going to be afraid of Arya. That's how bad it's going to be. It's not going to be just little Arya anymore. She could really take out anybody. And plus, she has the magic power of turning into anybody she wants. She can turn into Night King.
I love the face bag. I love the face bag. And can we go a little bit into just really quickly the season? Is it season 8 or 7? It's 8, right?
8.
Yeah.
8, yeah.
The season 8 trailer where she's running in the crypt. I guess one of my favorite fan theories I saw online about that is that the bodies in the crypt are reanimating because the Night King is south of the wall. So there's like White Walkers coming out of the crypt. So if we get to see Ned White Walker, that would be awesome.
That's literally what that's why they bury their people in the north. They put them in the crypt because so they can relive again.
So they're not necessarily out, but they're like banging on the wall like, hey, it's me, Eddard, I'm a White Walker. Oh my God.
Seriously, that's why they bury them. They don't burn them or anything else. Yeah.
All right. Can you beat me in that debate? I really want Arya to be one of the finals.
Well, here's the thing.
It's a 22.
Your girl up here, Dany's already lost. She lost her husband. Okay, she lost a baby for her husband, and then killed her husband after she lost the baby for him. So she believes in all this like witchery and all this stuff. She has betas all around her. Tyrion's like her.
Don't call Tyrion a beta.
He is. He got tossed around from time to time. He got cheated on his dad out alpha mailed him with his own girl. Okay, listen, he got his girl stolen from his own dad. That's pretty sad. Like there's so much going on there that she's got a bunch of betas around him, and the only alpha she's had is John, and he don't even know that he's alpha yet. So
Arya's has the only other dire wolf alive, right? Isn't her Nymeria? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Arya's cool for that reason. Yeah, dude, give me Arya. I'm cool with it, dude. I wanted her to win that. That's why I took Daenerys. The Night King versus the Night King.
The Night King versus the Night King. Okay, listen. I got Night King winning. Beats good on this one. I agree. I'm agreeing with you on this one because I think Bran goes into one of those relapses and Night King just bops him on the head because he's right beside him. Like, you idiot. I'm right here, dumbass.
I don't think there's any way the Night King can win, though. I don't. They can't have the show end with the Night King on the Iron Throne, right?
What? Game of Thrones does whatever the hell Game of Thrones wants to do.
Or Night King's takes over Westeros, but Bear Island is safe because it's an island and they can't walk over water.
That's what
and Lyanna is the new.
Said, how about you and I go back to our islands and let all this play out, and then we take the throne? That's what he said to Dany.
Yeah, he did say that.
On the island first. But I say,
even though it was a plot, but yeah.
Bran's going to take a hold of the Night King, and Night King's going to end up dying in some form or fashion. Bran's going to die in the process of taking over the Night King because he feels the same thing that the Night King did. Blah, blah, blah. They're both going to die, but I'm going to say Night King on this one.
Yeah, I think this pick has some real legs to it.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Night King.
Good versus evil.
Versus Arya. The
good versus evil.
Yeah, the blue-eyed baddie versus she might have blue eyes too. Okay, I don't know. I can't characterize this matchup. Who's going on our March Madness Iron Throne?
Listen, I think there's only one. I'm a huge Stark fan. I got the Stark visual behind me and a big banner. My background is the Stark Wolf. I can't bet against the Stark family at all.
In terms of characters I would like to see die least that aren't a dog, because I would be most sad if Ghost died, or Nymeria, and now at this point, Nymeria. Arya is pretty high up there. I don't know if I want any more Starks to die, and Aegon Targaryen is not a Stark. I guess I feel like Bran almost has to die, but yeah, I feel like it's got to be Arya and Sansa left in Winterfell if there's anything left in Winterfell.
What is the little? I forgot his name already because he's that unimportant. Who's the little brother that everyone doesn't talk about? That's a Stark that died in the Battle of the Bastards.
Rickon
across the field. Bricken. Whatever his name is. Rickon. Rickon. His name is Rickon.
Rickon.
Rickon. Who gives a shit about that kid? That kid, he needed to die a long time ago. They didn't even put him in anyway. So he's the least favorite Stark of all time. But
is it this one?
Be Arya. Hey, here's a fan theory too. I think the Iron Throne doesn't even make it through. I think that it gets destroyed.
Popular theory, yes, I agree. What is
makes sense?
Yeah, because I think that's got to be that's the overarching plot line of the show. It starts in episode 1. All of these people are fighting down here, like they're pushing their little chess pieces around. The important shit is in the north. Winter is coming. Ned Stark's telling you the game from the beginning. The Iron Throne is a red herring. It doesn't matter. Stop arguing about it. Jon knows. It doesn't matter. The Great War is coming.
So the Night King doesn't even want the throne. Let's be honest.
No, he
doesn't
wants
even want the throne.
No, he wants the bodies.
Kill everybody.
Yeah, he wants bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
As an enemy, yeah, I will say Cersei's motivation is a lot clearer as a evil character than the Night King's. I am a little frustrated with that. I'm it's a little skeptical about the last season. I hope it's good, but
yeah, White Walkers can't cross any big seas anyway, so I mean they're not getting anywhere.
All right, I think that's it, dude. I appreciate you joining me for this. This is fun. I spent a lot of Photoshop time on this. I was glad to finally bust it out.
I was going to say something about that, like how much time it took you to actually do that. That's amazing.
It was fun. I really enjoyed it. And I'm very, very, very excited for Game of Thrones, which you told me to watch. I'm only a recent convert, so I appreciate you.
Don't worry,
as a friend.
I'm only like 2 years in. I just hit it up in the summer and took off with it and finished it in like 15 days.
Sure, a lot of people are. In the comments below, let me know who your favorite character is. Let me know your fan theories and all of that good stuff. I appreciate you. Thank you, D4.
Yeah.
And
can we get more views than the episode with sidearms, please?
Yes, please, guys.
That kid is trash. Okay, Game of Thrones. Hit me up. Hit like, share with your girlfriend or your grandma. Yeah, let's get it. GOT, baby.